why are weapons so important to you guys?
There's a lot of bad guys that might want to harm you with a knife or a gun.
Tja, wer mit einem Messer zu einer Schießerei kommt, ist irgendwie auch selber schuld, oder?
Wir sitzen hier nicht nur im Underground in Köln-Ehrenfeld, sondern auch mitten im Azorenhoch. Und mit mir ist hier Olli von All That Remains. Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
It's great to see that Phil is still with you, because I think a lot of people would have expected him to join Killswitch Engage.
Well, he didn't get the gig, so.
He didn't get the gig. Did he try?
Yeah.
What's that like if your singer tries to, I don't know, get a gig in another band?
Well, this was back in a time when we were going through a lot of troubles with our band. We had lost some members, so it was kind of like expected that, okay, this is a good opportunity, you know. And at this point, I don't think that any of us would jump ship to try out for a different band. I mean, if Metallica asked me to join, I would have to say yes, because, you know, that's kind of it's a no-brainer kind of a gig. But
I mean, you guys started out as a side project of Phil, right?
Well, yeah, he was in Shadows Fall, and they left, you know. He left the band, they fired him, it was kind of a mutual thing. So it became, you know, a full-time thing. And then I joined in '99, the year after they were a band, and then the rest is history.
Let's talk about the album.
Okay.
You guys once again worked with Adam D.
Yes.
So what was that like?
Well, Adam D is very much a character, as you probably know. But in the studio, he has a very serious side. He has a certain standard that he lives up to, and if it's not perfect, it doesn't go on the album.
So what's it like, especially for you as a guitar player, working with him? Does he have a lot of influence on the songwriting?
I would say that he fills in some of the nuances.
Okay.
He definitely helps with filling things out quite a bit and making it sound more produced.
Mm-hmm. A War You Cannot Win. What is it about? I mean, since...
Lyrically?
Yeah.
That's, I guess, for you to interpret.
It is, because I thought there is a certain...
What do you think it's about?
I noticed a certain political undertone, let's put it that way. You guys, do you consider yourself a political band in a way?
Well, Phil is definitely passionate about politics.
Yeah.
He's a very strong libertarian, you know, believes in guns rights and individual rights, and, you know, so do I. And I would definitely say, I'm not going to speak for him on the lyrics, but definitely the lyrics have that undertone about them.
As you said before, he's a gun person, right?
Yeah.
So, to us as Germans, it's always kind of hard to understand. Why are weapons so important to you guys?
Well, we live in a big country.
Yeah.
And you have a divergent population. And, you know, you go into certain areas and it's not quite as safe. And you have there's a lot of bad guys that might want to harm you with a knife or a gun. And if you have a gun, then you can avert that threat. I don't carry a gun myself, but, you know, I understand why someone would.
So are you already writing new material right now?
Well, I actually started writing some riffs today. So, yeah, it's funny that you mention it.
Here at the underground or at the bus?
Right here in the dressing room, yeah.
Up there.
From the first day I've actually started writing for the new album.
Since you have released an album in 2008, one in 2010, another one in 2012, and you just started writing material for the next one, feel free to drop the bomb. Can people expect a new album in 2014?
I would expect so.
And it all started back here at the underground.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Falls euch dieses Interview gefallen hat, dann klickt doch einfach auf den Abo-Button. Jeden Dienstag und Freitag gibt es neue. Unsere heutige Frage an euch: Was haltet ihr vom Recht auf Waffenbesitz? Waffen gibt's hier zum Glück natürlich nicht. Aber falls ihr von All That Remains CDs, LPs oder das Tabbuch For We Are Many haben wollt, die gibt's natürlich bei EMP. Klickt einfach auf den Link unten in der Beschreibung. Bis zum nächsten Mal, sagen Jan und Markus.